Sergeant Polite, please start the computer recording.
Going to the computer, all set.
Recording to the cloud, all set. And backup recording is running. Good afternoon. Welcome to the New York City Council's remote committee hearing on Parks and Recreation. Everyone, please turn on your video at this time. Silence all electronic devices. Chairman Koo, we are ready to start.
Good afternoon. I'm Peter Koo, Chair of the City Council's Committee on Parks and Recreation. We are joined by the following council members: Councilmember Gennaro, Councilmember Moyer, Councilmember Brooks Powers, Councilmember Borelli, Councilmember John Lai, Councilmember Holden, Councilmember Wiley, Councilmember Darman Diaz, Councilmember Rodriguez, Councilmember Traeger. Today, we will vote on two pieces of legislation. The first is proposed introduction number 1888-A, a proposal by my colleague, Councilmember Mark Traeger. This bill would ban commercial and privately owned vehicles from operating on the city's boardwalks. It would allow an exemption for certain types of city-owned vehicles needed for maintenance work and upkeep, as well as for emergency vehicles. We first considered this bill at a past committee hearing on April 12th, where all who testified spoke in favor of this bill. The second bill is proposed intro number 1959-A, sponsored by my colleague, Councilmember Ydanis Rodriguez. This bill will create a mayoral office of sports, wellness, and recreation, along with an advisory board, which will be responsible for promoting and enhancing athletic and recreational opportunities, primarily for our city's disadvantaged youth. We first considered this bill at a past committee hearing on February 22nd, where again, all who testified spoke in favor of this legislation. I am proud to support both of these bills, and I urge all my colleagues on this committee to vote in favor of these pieces of legislation. I want to thank both Councilmember Traeger and Councilmember Rodriguez for introducing these bills. And I would like to invite Councilmember Traeger, followed by Councilmember Rodriguez, to offer any remarks on the bills. Following their comments, I would like to call on the clerk to call the roll. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair Koo, for your partnership, for your leadership, and your staff, the committee staff, and to all the members of the Parks Committee. Truly appreciate your time and your help. Thank you for scheduling this vote on my legislation 1888-A, prohibiting vehicles on boardwalks. I have the honor of representing the 47th District in Brooklyn, which includes the iconic Riegelman Boardwalk in Coney Island and Brighton Beach. Coney Island just had its opening day early this month. We welcome everyone to come visit Coney Island, and that is a step towards rebuilding for our whole city after the devastating impacts of this pandemic. As many of you remember, my community and I fought tirelessly to ensure that the boardwalk in Coney Island was landmarked as a way to honor it, and that it did happen finally in 2018. It was a joyous time because the New York City Landmarks Preservation Commission recognized the need to preserve and protect this beloved structure, as well as this integral piece of Southern Brooklyn's rich history, culture, and tradition. The boardwalk continues to be an iconic symbol of our city, and it's also a vital part, a connective tissue here in Southern Brooklyn and in our neighborhood. The boardwalk is a place for our children, seniors, and families to gather to enjoy each other's company. It's where New Yorkers and tourists alike leisurely stroll to relax and enjoy breathtaking ocean views. It's a place for runners and folks who practice fitness. It's a place to enjoy nature and relax. And my bill that everyone that enjoys the boardwalk will also feel safe. My bill would prohibit all non-city motor vehicles from being used on city elevated boardwalks and require that authorized city employees use vehicles under 2,400 pounds, which, to give you context, that would be the size of a gator, which the NYPD does use and other agencies. So that could still be used, but just not those big trucks for any work-related activities on such boardwalks. And there is an exception for emergency services, just so we're clear. This is important because heavy vehicles have had a tremendously negative impact on the boardwalk and has led to wear and tear for many, many years. And quite frankly, it makes people not safe. The boardwalk is truly a treasure, and it's important that pedestrians feel safe at all times and that the boardwalk is properly maintained. My bill will help preserve this iconic landmark structure. I urge my colleagues to please vote yes on this important bill to our community and to New York City. And again, welcome everyone to Coney Island now, and of course, during a wonderful season. Thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Yes. First of all, thank you, Chair, for your support. First and foremost, I would like to thank also Speaker Corey Johnson, Brooklyn Board President Eric Adams, Mayor Bill de Blasio for the leadership and the collaboration working with me and my colleagues to get this bill passed. I also want to thank Manhattan Board President and also Public Advocate Jumaane Williams and all the advocates who work with me to make this bill happen. I'm proud to be the main sponsor for Intro 1959, along with Brooklyn Board President Eric Adams, the Mayor's Office of Sport, Wellness, and Recreation. The bill will help the city centralize the role they currently play in sport with the DOE, DYCD, and the Park Department. Our goal is to increase the number of youth that are connected with competitive sport opportunity. The Office of Sport, Wellness, and Recreation will also create opportunities for sports institutions like the Yankee Stadium, the Met, the Barclays Center, to be an integral part of this initiative. We need to make New York City a hub where students who have the talent and who are ready to put in the hard work are also given the same opportunities and investment that other students in Walter community receive. We must give the students in low-income underserved community the resources and the opportunity they need to reach their full potential. The Mayor's Office of Sports, Wellness, and Recreation will be responsible for creating strategies and initiatives that will help the city to become the major sport competitor across the country and the world. These strategies and initiatives will create a pipeline for all youth in New York City to be placed in the competitive sports program and competition. This is about equity. Everyone saw the disparity that were brought to light because of the coronavirus. Many underserved communities suffer from higher rates of asthma, heart disease, and obesity. These communities became the most vulnerable because they lack many of the resources and opportunity that are available to other neighborhoods. Sports is one area where we must balance the playing field. We need to connect the youth with quality sports opportunity and recreation centers. We know that when students are connected with the right resources to continue their athletic careers, their skills can also open doors for them to go to college, get a scholarship in many areas. Hoy nosotros estamos aquí apoyando el proyecto de ley que creará la Oficina de Deporte de la Ciudad de Nueva York, junto con el presidente del condado, Eric Adams, el speaker, Corey Johnson, defensor del pueblo, Jumaane Williams, la presidenta del condado Manhattan, Gert Brewer, y el presidente de este comité, el concejal Cook, y todas las instituciones que promueven el deporte en la ciudad de Nueva York. With that, I ask my colleagues to vote yes for this bill.
Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez. We are also joined by Councilmember Levine, Councilmember Van Bimmer, and Councilmember Bannon. Would the clerk please call the vote?
Good afternoon, everyone. William Martin, Committee Clerk, Roll Call Vote Committee on Parks and Recreation. Introductions 1888A and 1959A. The items are coupled. Chair Koo.
I vote aye.
Van Bramer.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Levine.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Brannan.
Aye.
Jonai.
I vote aye.
Holden.
I vote aye.
Moya.
I vote aye.
Dharma Diaz.
I vote aye.
Riley.
I vote aye.
Gennaro.
I vote yes, and I have added my name as a co-sponsor to both good bills, and I congratulate the sponsors of these good bills. Thank you.
Thank you. Brooks Powers.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Borelli. Councilmember Borelli. Okay, we'll come back.
Alabama between.
By a vote of 11 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, both items have been adopted by the committee.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
I would like to keep the vote open for another 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
Some members might be a little bit late because of the transportation problem.
Absolutely, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Councilmember Ulrich, welcome.
Hi, thank you. I apologize. I was driving and I just had to pull over so that I'm not putting myself or anybody else in danger. But did they call the roll call yet on the bill?
Yes, no worries. On proposed introductions 1888A and 1959A. Your vote, Councilman.
I vote aye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Vote is now currently 12 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstention. And the vote is still remains open by request of the chair.
I am here.
Welcome, Councilmember
No.
Rivera. Committee on Parks and Recreation. Roll call vote introductions 1888A and 1959A. Your vote, Councilmember Rivera.
Aye.
Thank you. Vote now stands at 13 in the affirmative, is 0 in the negative, and 13 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstention. Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you very much. So the meeting is adjourned.
Excuse me, Councilmember Koo. We
Yeah.
still have Councilmember Borelli on. He's having some issues. We're trying to get him to resolve his audio issues. Could you just please give us another minute so we can get him to vote?
Sure, of course, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Councilmember Borelli.
I vote aye on all. Apologies for having a family issue.
No problem. Thank you, sir. Final vote in Committee on Parks and Recreation. Proposed introductions 1888A and 1959A. Both items are adopted by a vote of 14 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions. Thank you all.
Thank you
The
very
chair, you can
much.
close.
Yeah, the meeting is adjourned.